Balayla shel Lefnei Erev Pesach, the night before Erev Pesach, Bdikah is a chometz. You have to search for the chometz. V'chayavim livdek miyad b'tchilas halayla. You have to wait, start right at the beginning of the night. In fact, the Mishnah is Erga Ba'asa, and the Gemara has a whole discussion. What does mean? Does mean night? Does mean day? But the Mepharshim say that we come to the conclusion it means night. So why does it say So they want to be medayik that you have to start as early as possible when it's still a little bit light yet in the darkness of the night. Also, comes the time, so you have to get ready with the bdikah. Ein beiken el benesh shayva yichidi. You use a single wax candle. It doesn't mean only the keys, isn't it? The thing that it means one means a single candle, but not that it must be dafka wax. There's a lot of people that don't use wax candles, or they don't have wax candles. Afilu hamatafim v'aliyos, even the basements or attics, v'hachanuyos u'beisa eitzim, or the stores or the storages, kol sheyesh loch Hashem hichol Hashem chometz tzarech u'batkom. If there's a concern that you may have brought chometz, you have to be better. V'chei tzikun live the kol hakelim shemazdikim b'em chometz. You have to also clean out all the kelim. This really means a Molga Zeiten. They used to use kelim for Pesach and all year round, if they were clean.
Cooking kelim, you mean, or like closets
Kelim, storage kelim. So make sure that that there's no chometz in them. Today everybody has everything separate, but that wasn't the common thing. V'kaidem ha'bediki yichabdo heitu kol ha'makaymis v'yinaku oisa mikol chometz v'man yehei nokol loy shebizifim achakach rabatum. And this is the way it goes.
Anything about flashlight? The flashlight?
Some say you're allowed to use a flashlight also. The Indians are this. Mitzad halacha, some you're allowed to use a flashlight. But the Gemara in Sochem, on Erga was Erener, the Gemara asks why the Erener, and the Gemara said that there's a remez in it on the Geula. Because the state Chapesh Yishalayim B'neirais and the Psukim. So there's also ruchnis the Indian in the bedikas chometz. So therefore, even though logically a flashlight would be better, but a candle is used. If you have a stable, people used to have their own animals. You give over their feed. That's a chicken coop. Shenoisna Shams Tvur, Einem Tzirchum Bdika, Kishema, Loy Nischamso Kala Tvur, who says it became chometz. Ve'im Tim Tzlem Nischamso, Shema Ochel HaKol, V'loy Shayra Kum. Maybe the animals or the chickens ate everything up. Avulum Nosna Shama Chamutza, if they put chometz, they get food for them. She'ein Kanel Safek Echad, Shema Ochoy Akol. There's only one something. Maybe they ate it. And Yisrael Kumazah, Utzrichen Bedik Yat B'Beidik. Tzrichen lived up B'Chol HaMekaymes B'Choyrim U'V'Zdokim. You have to look all over in the cracks. Kol Ma She'efsher. V'gam HaKisam Sheb'Bgodim Shaloi V'Shal Tinoitos his pockets and the children's pockets, Shalbam Noisnim Bahem Chometz, Svichim B'dika, V'yanarim Heite V'mocha B'shas HaBiyah. They should trace it aside, so shake it out, B'shas HaBiyah.
So here's mashma like you would say.
Now here comes the din of Shulchan Aruch, which sounds like a very simple din, but I'm still going to explain that it's absolutely not according to Lubavitch.
How many pockets are you going to have to go through?
Well, you see, a Mogatziten, kids have candies in their pockets, they have crackers in their pockets, crumbs that were. I even yesterday a young lady called me up and says to me, Rabbi, my mother told me that her mother used to wash the walls every year before Pesach. Do I have to do that? Yeah, a young girl, you still wash the whole wash up. So I said no. So she said, so why did my grandmother do it? I said, very simple. Your grandmother had a family of, let's say, 7, 8 children. They lived in a 2-room apartment, and the kids walked around and smearing and everything, touching the walls and pasting food. Food got onto the walls. I said, I don't think it happens today in any house. So now the kids of Shulchan now says the following din. Listen to this. Hachadarim shemaychel monachi im hachometz. In other words, when you go to the Rav to sell your chometz, so you sell them the chometz that you have. The guy bought the chometz from you, bought the chometz from the Rav. The question is, where is the chometz lying? If the chometz was lying in the Yitz Rishus, so then it's Gayirah in your gvul. What's after Mechira? Teretz says, the Rav, when he sells to the guy, there's 2 parts to the Rav sale. One part is the chometz itself, the items, and one part is that you rent him the places. In other words, I'm not going to go into the whole detail now of Mechiras chometz, but a Mogatziten, Mechiras chometz was a very simple thing. Every Yid had a guy, or in every little shtetl there was a guy, a vanachayt. So all the people would sell to their neighbors, and the neighbor knew already. Come before Pesach, he sells me this and that. It was a simple thing. Today it's a large scale. So the Rav collects all the documents from all the people that authorized him to sell the chometz, and then he says to the guy, we're also going to rent you the places where the chometz is. So in other words, in Reuben's house, where there's chometz, there's a room that belongs to you. You
have to know where it is.
It's the mekaymes where the chometz are.
Even though the guy doesn't know exactly what he's renting.
We can't tell the guy everyone's address and everyone's corner, but we do give the guy a few keys, and we say to him that here is some keys to some of the apartments. In case you want more, let us know, and you have a right to go and to look. Now, that's what we say. It usually doesn't happen, but that's what we say. So now listen very carefully to this din over here. Hachadarim shemoichin l'nochi im hachometz. You have in your house, you have four rooms in your house. You have the bed in the kitchen, you have the living room, and you have, let's say, a pantry. A walk-in pantry. You take all your chometz, you lock it up in the pantry, and you put a note on that chometz, or you seal it, or whatever it is. The Rav, now in turn, when he sells the chometz to the guy, he sells or he rents that pantry to the guy. So the chametz that the guy bought is laying in his pantry, right? Now, so therefore he says, question is, do you have to be by the chametz in the pantry? So why not?
Because it's sold to the guy, it's not yours.
Sagt der Kitchen Shechanah, guck in a wenig, Kiven Shei Merchon Adro Mocha, being that the sale is first tomorrow, Bedikas Chametz is at night, Orla Basa, Mechias Chametz to the guy is tomorrow, so at night that pantry is your pantry. I would say, Im Kain, Chal Olav, Balayla, Chia Bedika, V'chai V'batkum. So at night, when you buy the other 3 rooms of your apartment, you also have to buy the pantry.
But what do you buy? You know there's chametz in there, so what do
No,
you
but
so you're taking out?
we're taking it. Maybe there's pirudim laying around that you don't know.
So you put it in.
Yeah. So Maisa is, this is what the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch says, and it could be that there are some that agree with the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. I'm not saying that no one could agree with the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, but the emes says in the Alter Rebbe Shulchan Aruch, if I find it, okay. In the Alter Rebbe Shulchan Aruch, in the back of the Shulchan Aruch, there are Haisofos. And there's a Haisoph over here where there's an exchange of letters between a chosed of the Alter Rebbe, Reb Nechemya of the Brevna, and the Tzemach Tzedek. And Reb Nechemya of the Brevna talks about the Oisen Shenoisen Tzrichen Livdei Chametz B'Leil Yud Aleph V'Kolshken Hagam Kima a whole right that Nechemya holds that you have to be by the chametz. So the Tzemach Tzedek answers him that you don't have to be by the chametz. Why? Because the Tzemach Tzedek says that you only have to be by the chametz in a place where you could be over a Issa chametz. But in a place where you can't be over a Issa chametz, you don't have to be by the chametz. Now, being that before Pesach you sold this place to the guy, so maybe you can't be over Bal Yirah over there. It's not yours; it's the guy's. So therefore, before Pesach, you have to be by the. That's the kiss. If anyone wants to take the time out to look at it, so you could look in the end of Gimel Daled, and it's on page 701. Okay.
So Bal Yirah is you're seeing the guy's chametz. Because Bal Yirah over here is you're seeing the guy's chametz.
The Tzemach Tzedek says the Chiyuv B'Dika.
It's not Bal Yirah.
The Chiyuv B'Dika is on a place where you will be over by Yirah by a Muslim.
It's not yours.
If you're not over by Yirah by a Muslim, you don't have to be by it. So Meir says, you're not going to be talking at night. You're not going to be, but being that it's going to be sold, so it wouldn't be yours, so then you don't have to, in other words, well, you know, but I mean, B'Dika is a precaution.
But Bal Yirah by Matzah is the next day, not that night. That night it's still yours. You're selling it to the guy the next day. You're talking about Bal Yirah by Matzah.
By Yirah by Matzah is in Pesach.
Right.
So in a place that you will be able by Yirah by Matzah and Pesach, you have to be by the chametz before Pesach, so you shouldn't come to by Yirah by Matzah. But if you're not going to have that place, so then you don't have to do it. That's a big difference over here. It also makes it a little easier to be chametz. Kain Shemaslo lived it. Before you bite it, Kain Tzorach Baruch make a bracha Baruch Atah Hashem Ken Machon Hashem Hashem says is one of Abiyah chametz. In fact, there a question of Alpha Pisha Dayin Einim Avarei. It should have been a B'Dika's chametz, not a Biyah chametz. He said, "Mikomba, but nevertheless, Mavorach Abiyah, V'Shemayad, V'Acha HaB'Dika, Yivatal HaChametz. Right after we're by there, we're Mavatal. So Bittul is already a form of Bia. She'enai Yivatal HaChametz she'enai Yidu. Because there's two types of chametz. There's two types of chametz that you don't know, and the chametz maybe that you didn't find. V'hu habiyah l'chametz she'eni yidurah. V'yafsek ben habracha l'scholos habrika. You shouldn't talk in between. V'toiv sh'o yafsek ad gemar kol abedika. It's good to try to be quiet till you finish the entire bedikas chametz. Isha ella. If you candle one out and you need a match and told someone to bring you a match, that you allowed it. Sometimes people have to be baidik in their house or by a relative's house. So with one bracha, you don't have to make a separate bracha for each one. That you put down pieces of bread in places that the baidik should find it. Now, I don't know if this is dafka. This is the way the wording over here is. It seems like it's like a, what do they call the scavenger hunt? That you're going to trick them. I mean,
you know you're going to find them anyways.
Yeah, but usually most people, I think, just put down in different places and then they collect it. This is like to make it a little more exciting. But the truth is that it's not a bracha of Atala, because the bracha is the search. You searched. If because your house was cleaned very well and there's no chametz, that doesn't mean that you made a bracha of Atala. Upshita shemi she'ein abayda karoi el shum akabetz elu hapsikim. If he wasn't, picks together these pieces, loy kiyam mitzvah b'dika v'asa bracha b'atala. See now, l'chayda, I at the beginning I said that in the beginning that the first few lines looks like a hunt. You're going to hunt for the chametz. If someone only did bedika and he found all the 10 pieces, he did a good bedika job. So why is it if he says that he's only makabes these pieces, then it's not good? He did it was a job to find where they hid all the 10 pieces. So from that I gather that it's not dafka that the family first, each one hides one in one place, and then you go around and trying to find it, but you can put them out yourself, and if that's all that you do, that's not a bedikas chametz.
Maar ik wou ook nog die kinderen anders legen, die pieces. Maar nu legen ze nog op dezelfde plaats en we lezen nog op dezelfde plaats.
But if you know where it is, reason 10, if you know where it is, why is it a bedika?
If you know where it is and you go only for that, that's not a bedika.
Everybody does 10.
HaChametz shu meshayel achila, the chametz that he leaves over at night, so that in the morning he's going to eat chametz again. So he says, HaChametz shu meshayel achila elu mechira, yaniach kaidem habracha, b'makam hameshuma heiter. Put it away in a place which shouldn't be scattered around. V'chein HaChametz shu meitzeh b'bikasei, the chametz that he finds, v'tzorach l'sarfei l'mocha, also, b'makam meshuma u'makusha, a place that's safe and tied. The Babash usually they do it. They take the bag and they stick the stick in it and the feather and they tie it around. And They should see it and remember to take it. Incidentally, he says over here, the chametz that he's leaving over for eating, right? So I told last time already, I was medayik in the Alter Rebbe Shulchan Aruch, right in the beginning, it says over here, Be'erev Pesach, Shachris, Mashkimen, Lebeis HaKnesses, Kedei Sheyigma Sudosei Kodesh Sha'adalit. Why do you get up early? If you say you get up early because you want to hear a siyum, you have bechor, you don't want to fast, versteich. But what do you got to get up early to finish the Suda? Sleep late and don't eat chametz. So Zarai for that, the Rebbe holds medaf essen chametz out of Pesach.
Why Taka?
Why? That's to show that I think there's a story with the Alter Rebbe, maybe someone will help me out, that he used to smoke a pipe right before Shabbos and stop right when it came to Zman Shabbos.
The Ruzhina,
Huh?
Not the Ruzhina.
Maybe the Ruzhin on it. Probably.
Vashem Tevasi.
Huh?
He said Vashem Tevasi.
Hashem to
So the stop right before the show.
to show that. Okay.
Thank you.
Good.